Okay, so this is nuts. Here's my most viral tweet of 2022. And it happened super serendipitously. And I didn't even plan on it. It was something that was not thought about, not intentional. It was something just I thought off the cuff and didn't even even phrase it properly. I don't think so. But if you look at it, it just blew my mind. Crazy impressions, crazy profile visits, and all that. And it more importantly turned into a great conversation, almost a polarizing split. And it made me crack up because I went to bed after this tweet. I think I was I was putting my kid to bed, and we just, I just forgot about it, and then woke up to like 350 notifications. I was like, what the hell is going on? Because it was like pasted even on Instagram. People just took it like screenshots of it. It was just wild. Here's what I was thinking when I tweeted this, and let me break it down. So, a lot of people, a lot of founders who are first time founders typically think product is everything. They just think that, oh, I have this a great idea. I have this amazing, incredible, world shattering, groundbreaking idea, like the next Uber, the next Airbnb. And the great idea will attract distribution itself, like will attract marketing and all these things by itself. And I think that's the most ridiculous myth you can ever think about. Because in my experience, if you ask second time founders, third time founders, they will tell you distribution is king. Product is great, of course, but there's a lot of subtle distribution tactics and growth moves that need to happen to put this product on the pedestal and make sure that the whole world gets to know about this or hear about this. Because if you build something awesome and you're in Venezuela and nobody heard about you, nobody saw your launch, nobody cared about your product and launch, and like you had like no real social capital, like did you even launch that product? Like how is it even like going to go to users, millions and thousands of users? So I mean, just to me it was mind boggling when I saw that a lot of people were still like saying, oh no, like product should like be standalone, like so on and so forth. But the premise of this tweet was, I was trying to say like, I think in the future, in the next 10, 20 years, we will see two things. One, we will see a meteoric rise of creator turned founders. A lot of founders will realize instinctively how important having distribution is, reaches. So they will continue to build their personal brands through Instagram, TikTok. We're already seeing this. We've seen the last decade, we've seen Gary Vee, we've seen Mr. Beast, we've seen all these, The Rock, all these people who have built personal brands, Lily Singh, like name it. And like we will become even more self-aware in the next 10, 20 years to realize owning your own audience, owning your own, like having an audience is an asset class, and it's a net good thing. Now there's only so much founders can do all by themselves. So what I was trying to insinuate here is that a futuristic thinking VC fund would kick ass if they had a way to elevate the founder's brand. Founders, co-founders, founding team. I'm not referring to just one solo founder like a cult of personality, but I'm saying like if there's a way they can add additional distribution muscle and to the existing founders brand or founding team's brand, it'll help amplify the launches, the growth, the distribution of this product or startup that the founding team is creating, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. And of course, you don't have to subscribe. I think a lot of funds will not subscribe to this. I get that. But also, it comes from my building public ethos. I feel like a lot of the founders and VC funds, or even like mainstream tech, wants the founder to prove 10 years that they're worth it. Like they've built something amazing for the world could use. And then they will make a documentary about that person, or maybe they'll write a book about that person like after 10, 15 years. And I'm like, why not let's catch the lessons and insights that are fresh of their minds when they're happening. So instead of waiting up for 10 years and 15 years to like write a book on someone or write a documentary on someone, why can't we do a web series? Why can't we do a small Instagram interview series on these founders as they're building and as they're creating these chapters in their story? I think that part is gonna inspire more people to take a shot, because it's not gonna be all pretty roses and like beautiful path, like with just highs. It's gonna have highs and lows. So that authentic narrative will, I think, attract a lot more people to entrepreneurship than just like suddenly people pop up after 10 years and like, wow, Brian Chesky was amazing, he did this all these great things in 2005, but like nobody even knew what he was doing then, and nobody like really saw the backstory. So anyway, that was the premise, that was what I had in mind. But of course, as with Twitter, you never know which of these things will pop. And I was actually smiling and looking at all the polarizing opinions. People were giving me a lot of shit. I think I understand that point of view, and it was cool to watch. But again, that was not my intent to rile it up, but it was fun. Thanks for listening.